What is up there, Reject Nation? Greg and John here today. We're gonna watch the next episode of SNL, and no, I do not mean what that New York political candidate got caught doing. I make jokes that are universal. I'm talking about Superman and Lois today. Episode something or another. Which one is
11.
Yeah, I'm very excited to check this out. It's a very underrated series. Guys, today's video is sponsored by Greg and John. Go to greg.com to get yourself 10% off of all Greg products today.
When you use promo code John.
Oh yeah, we got Patreon where people like watch alongs are over there. You sync over the time code, reaction highlights, and watch alongs go for many shows at the same tier. And of course, hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you to Pratham Jindal for editing these highlights down for us. You've been killing it, buddy.
Love you, Pratham.
Killing it, buddy.
So sexy.
You're so killing it. You're killing people left and right, slaughtering a whole village. You're doing good. I don't know how you do all that while editing.
Probably be faster if you didn't do this. No. It's the American way.
Hell yeah. Dude, he looks so polished in that snow.
Yeah, he's not freezing at all. That flannel is enough.
Oh my god.
Run, Clark! Ooh!
Can you imagine if it wasn't Clark who found
I
it?
know. I mean, he would have been dead just walking around there in that flannel.
Who dares to enter? Leave this hallowed place.
It gives me such joy to see you here. You are my son. The Earth's sun, your cells, absorb its radiation in ways humans cannot.
Awesome.
I will teach you how to use that power.
Super fast running effects have gotten a lot better lately.
You will learn to
Oh,
do
cool.
Nice.
That was well done.
the thought possible on this Earth.
He's running in that same shirt.
That's what he wears
Same
under
outfit.
his super suit always. For good luck.
But there is something else you need to learn.
First time he flew.
What is it?
Why you wish to help them. Reconnect with the world. Find out why you wish to be their champion.
Sounds like there's a bit of disdain in his voice.
Yeah, why you won't fight for the home team?
Why don't you want to stay at the Fortress of Solitude?
Why don't you want to
great here.
restore the glory of Krypton?
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, I found out who I really am. I know why I can do the things I can do, Mom. I know why I was sent to Earth. There's someone I need to see first.
Lana? Oh, is this whole thing gonna be Origins?
Harry Potter and Friday Night Lights.
Moments.
It's the big flashback episode.
Hi.
Hey, there's an opening at the fire station. Yeah.
It's amazing.
You ever heard about a guy named Morgan Edge?
Oh my god, someday I hope to be just like him.
Oh. These glasses will hide you from the world.
They will fool any complex facial detection system. Even the human eye from a foot away couldn't tell.
What is this?
That's right, they said she
Someone
made it.
made this.
Yeah, that's great. Gregory Smith directed this one.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you know where Millage Avenue is?
Yeah, classic.
Like
Oh,
the phone
she got
booth
it,
in
the
the
phone
background. Oh. I love a good retro suit episode.
Right back to the first episode. That's awesome. This kid got 2 paychecks.
Collecting them royalties.
Yeah, that's a great looking suit. I wish they still kept it.
Cool costume.
Thanks. My mom made it for me.
Hey, he did it. He went in the booth.
Some guy just saved a kid from getting killed by a car, and then he flew up into the sky. Flew, you know, like a bird or a plane or whatever. It was crazy.
You know?
Someone at the planet's gotta hear about this.
I could get a job taking pictures of Superman. Oh, no, wrong one.
I could get a job writing not about Superman.
Stick with Lane. She'll show you the ropes.
Yeah, this scene too.
Lane, sir?
Who told you to wear a tie?
Shot this on a different day.
Mystery man strikes again. 3rd time this month.
Where was he?
Saved the boat sinking off Hobbs River.
Ever since he showed up, he's been dominating the conversation. Metropolis has so many problems. Here, look at this.
These lightning bolts.
A rash of arson attacks against minority-owned businesses.
How can I help?
Oh, he actually helped as a reporter.
Yeah. This is what I've been waiting for.
Oh, the real beginning of their love was investigating together. This is so neat. I love this. Superman's getting all the glory and he's just doing. Oh, that's awesome.
He's just living a life.
Guys,
You're really good at this.
Thanks.
I should get going.
What's the hurry? You got a big date?
No. You know, some Seinfeld reruns. Eat up some frozen chicken nuggets. Yeah.
I don't know that
You've
episode.
been a really good help, Clark. If you want, I can probably talk to Perry about you getting a beat of your own.
No, it's okay.
Oh, yeah,
For
you
the story
would,
or the
buddy.
company?
Oh,
Yes.
I feel like that's a trick question.
Good night, Clark.
Good night, Lois.
Oop, I dropped my stapler. Yeah.
You can't do this, Henry. They've done nothing wrong.
Oh.
This isn't track and field, Kent.
Great shot. Oh, God.
I'm the damn hero.
Oh, very heroic.
Even you can't save all of them.
Ah, yeah, you knew it.
Yeah, you can.
Ooh. You gonna catch it?
Whoa!
Oh! Yeah,
Who's the hero now?
that'll rattle your can.
What did Martha make that suit out of?
I know, it's like it's fire retardant at the very least.
How'd you know about this?
What the hell?
We haven't formally met. I'm Lois Lane. And you are who, exactly? Mr. Metropolis?
Oh, I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Who was that?
Superman. Welcome to the Daily Planet today. I'm Lois Lane, and with me for his first on-camera interview is...
Oh,
it's
wow.
What would you say to the people of the world when asked what you stand for?
I'd like to think everything good and decent. Truth, justice.
The American way?
Yeah, it's a bird. It's a plane.
Cut! I think Superman is into you.
Yeah.
I am not interested, okay? I'm in love with someone else.
Clarky Clark. Oh! Even though we know how it's going, still fall for it.
Well, that's great, Lois. Hey, random Superman question. He wouldn't happen to have super hearing?
Ooh.
For a really level Clark, you'd recognize it's him.
Yeah, I appreciate them keeping it up, but yes, absolutely.
It's just the one rule we accept about this universe.
Hi! Oh, I'm so glad you could make it. Oh, look at you.
Does she still not know yet?
Yeah, I get the sense I get. Yeah.
Well, come on inside. I've got lunch waiting.
This is so sweet.
I want to show you something.
Oh.
Oh my god. He never took his glasses off around her the entire time they were
Ever.
dating.
Not during intimacy. Not in the shower.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Aww.
This might be a weird time to say it, but can't wait to tell my dad about the wedding. He's gonna be so excited.
You can go faster than that, Clark.
Lois looked beautiful. I wish you could have been there.
Need you to get out of here now, son.
Father, what's happening?
Go!
What the
Get out of here now!
What the shit?
What?
My nipples are chilly.
There's something I need to tell you.
Lois, what day is it?
I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant.
We're gonna be parents.
Okay, Lois, something really strange happened right
Oh
before you...
no. These aren't just flashbacks. No.
Oh, my.
Is everything okay?
Yes. It's just more okay.
Damn, they are
Except you
huge.
two are going to have twins.
What? Are you sure?
Dude.
God, I'm trying to remember like exactly what happened at the end of the last episode when he went to the fortress, right?
Clark, I'm not delivering the babies at the fortress.
Something, he must, be in some kind of weird memory limbo.
Morgan had to catch him?
Maybe.
It's like
A time full of memories. There is none more special than becoming a father.
What have you done?
Easy, Kal-El. I'd hate for you to miss the big moment.
Great, we're almost there.
damn it, Tyler Durden.
No, please, they're just babies.
How little you know me, brother. I would never harm a newborn. Teenage boys, on the other hand. That's a different matter entirely.
Oh shit. All hope is not lost.
It's good you're awake, Kal-El. Now you and I can discuss the terms of your surrender.
Oh, damn. Morgan got the edge.
I can't let you do this.
Then I will make you suffer.
Oh. Oh.
Damn it. No. No. Oh.
All my life, I dreamt of having a brother, a family, only to have you reject me. It didn't have to be this way.
Crap. I feel bad for Morgan Edge.
He's understandable.
I don't root for him.
But you can sympathize.
Sarah, I'm so sorry. I didn't tell you everything that was happening. John even wanted me to tell you, and I said no. I was really scared.
Aw, you too.
I don't want to be just friends anymore.
Me neither.
Oh.
They're lab partners now.
Show her your lasers.
Yeah, laser anyone who disrespects her.
Say you're sorry, Kyle. Say you're sorry.
Listen, I wanted to apologize to you. You know, for the way I've treated you this whole time. You're good people, Lois. And I'm real happy you're part of this town.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, don't die, Kyle.
Please don't die. Don't kill him in the next scene. Or secretly body swap him again or something.
Please don't do it.
Yes, Dad's home.
It's not Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Your father won't be returning anytime soon, which is why Uncle Morgan decided to come pay a visit.
Oh, God.
Such a loaded lie now.
So this is the life Kal-El chose.
Uncle Morgan.
It's even more disappointing up close.
Leave. Now.
Jordan, stop.
Oh, I see your son's inherited your false bravado.
No!
This is all you're doing. It was your influence that made him turn his back on his own people.
Oh, no.
Oh.
But I will let them live long enough to watch you die.
Oh,
Impressive, Kal-El.
struggling superhero land.
I'll do whatever you ask.
No.
Just leave my family alone.
Pledge to me that you will submit, and I promise to let them live unharmed.
Clark, please don't do this.
No. Oh, God.
No.
Take a good look at the man you knew, because it will be your last.
I'm sorry. We needed more time. He was right.
Ah.
Oh, my God.
My home.
Oh, gotta admire the storytelling, man. Damn.
Oh, God. Knew exactly where to throw his. Ooh.
Oh, his is gonna have like a pool and everything.
My son.
Oh no.
The first lesson is the measure of pain. Its application being a tool of great strategic value.
Oh, yeah. That's the way to teach somebody.
Son of Jor-El.
He has vowed his submission, Father.
And the eradicated?
Taken from his possession.
Let us begin.
Oh, what are you planning, Clark?
Oh, man.
Oh, she calling a DOD?
John, it's happening. I think Superman's been turned.
Oh.
So despairing.
I know. Oh.
Wow. Oh, not any episode of the show's left me feeling that way.
No.
Oh, God, I was like, I'm in a nightmare right now.
Yeah, they really...
The show brings so much love to my life.
It ripped your heart right out and stomped
so
all
dark.
over it.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that was bleak as hell. Now, here I was thinking we were just watching some cute-ass origin tale.
No, I've become suspicious now. Anytime they show us too much touching, lovely backstory, you know something messed up is on the way.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Good TV.
What is like Morgan Edge's father like?
Oh, great
It's like,
guy.
what's that Cal doing? Doing the deserts.
We must be opposite from him in every way.
What's his color? Take the black one. He's American. You're British.
He's got the sign of hope. We'll turn it sideways then. Anything we can do.
I know he chose the desert, and I know he landed amongst the Brits, and that's how he was raised. All right, just jokes. All right.
These jokes aren't canon.
All right, guys. So in between finishing the reaction and shooting this review, there's some major technical difficulties that have very much stressed me out. So, all in the span of like 10 to 15 minutes. But we're pros. We don't vent our problems to you guys. Copyright claims, blocks, damn it.
People complaining in the comments. Malfunctions in the studio. It's hot outside.
Nah, there's some shit. But no, let's get refocused here and talk about the episode. Well, I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because the damn computer had a problem.
That's the whole takeaway from this
takeaway
episode.
Is I don't care anymore, and I hate Superman and
I
Lois.
would have liked the episode better if our equipment hadn't had issues. It's my only complaint about the episode. I don't know why they decided to include that.
Just for most YouTubers wouldn't tell you guys all this stuff, so I'm going to tell you. But yeah, as far as this episode goes, it did not leave me in the best of spirits. You know, it's not supposed to. It broke my heart. In the beginning, when we were like seeing the beginning of the origins of Clark, I was like, this is cute. This is awesome. I mean, it looks great. Beautifully stunning, as always. There was a part of me that was like, I don't know why we're looking at this. Do I really need to see? Like when he like first, raises the Fortress of Solitude and all that. I'm like, yeah, I like seeing this. And then I'm like, how much focus are we putting on this? And then as it progressed, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Okay, all right, we're seeing the first time he was really flying, and then we're also seeing, how he got involved in the Daily Planet, and it felt very Richard Donner-esque, the whole vibe. It was like a good blend of Richard Donner's Superman meets Richard Donner Superman, classic Superman, meets what they've done here. Like there were some good tongue-in-cheek moments, some very good nostalgic stuff, like I'm all for truth, justice, and the American way. It's like a bird or a plane, like a flying. Like that's what flying is. And I love how they try to make it sound like subtle. It's not subtle. But it was incredibly charming, and it just kept it swept me up in the wonder and then in this like sense of nostalgia without being. It's like nostalgic in the sense that we know the Superman origin story, and we know like how the plot will go, that he will work at the Daily Planet, Superman will become the savior of Metropolis, he will marry Lois Lane. Like we know where it's going, but all the new scenes especially, like I liked how it tied into the first episode, like showing you the scenes around the montage, that beautiful montage at the beginning of the first episode. And then all the new stuff, like how it became very much about Lois and Clark and how their true relationship really began, and it had nothing to do with being interested in Superman. How it was all just about Clark Kent. Like she had no interest in him at all. And I love that. I really did, because that scene, obviously, when he is being interviewed, makes you think about the first, especially for me, it made me think about the first Richard Donner movie where Lois Lane interviews Superman, and she's like clearly attracted to him, and the joke about the underwear and all that stuff. Like it's a classic scene. It's a really good scene too, that old one. And then here I loved how she had no interest in him, and it was only about who is like, so basically she was really in love with Clark, really in love with the man underneath the Superman persona. She's really in love with him. And that just hit me in the feels so much. And I thought that was so cool and beautiful. And the show really asks you to, as much more grounded it gets, and its execution and tone, it still really still asks you to suspend disbelief with the whole glasses thing a lot.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. I mean, because they really show you that is his disguise.
It's like you could have updated it in some way. You could have done something, and he doesn't really behave too different,
He's still like really charming as Superman. He's just clumsier as Clark.
Now, this criticism, it's one of those weird things where you give it a pass because it's just a big joke about Superman in general. That's the joke about Superman. Glasses on, glasses off. It's been that way since way before this show. Whereas, at least in the Richard Donner movie, there was what they did with Christopher Reeves. There was a difference in the way he behaved. You still have to stretch it. The way he like just overall comes across. One is like clumsy nerd, and then Superman is truth hero.
It's got to be enough that your mind fills in the blank of like, I couldn't be Clark though. Just because of his mannerisms and who he is. And yeah, like this Clark he's pretty fit already. He's pretty capable. He's pretty like a good guy. He doesn't even seem like cowardly or anything like that in the sort of Clark persona to like offset the Supermanness.
The glasses thing will throw me off though, because because I'm going, you're the greatest investigative reporter in the world, though, Lois. You should see it.
Yeah.
All right. I know 99% of people will get a pass. And yeah, overall, I'm giving it a pass. 100,000% I'm giving it a pass. Although there is a thing that creates a tad bit of a barrier that makes me go, that just pulls me out every time, especially within the context here. I'm like, you dated this guy and you didn't know?
You fell in love with this man and you didn't, even have an inkling or a suspicion.
When you guys made love, you didn't take his glass. Did you ever take his glass?
I know. It's
right?
like you've never seen him in the shower or anything like that, or in any like any situation. You must have caught him without his glasses once.
I mean, yeah. If you're taking him, if he's taking her to meet his mother, they're in a pretty serious relationship by this point.
Absolutely.
You'd imagine so. It's more funny to me. It is a criticism. It's weird. It's a criticism I feel at the same time, and I'm not just trying to people please here. At the same time, it is something that, because this is just something I've grown up with the whole meme essentially about Superman. You can still go, yeah, that's the Superman thing, though. You know,
yeah, absolutely.
It's weird how that works. You can criticize it, but then it's so easy to just go like, it's the super. It's part of the DNA at some point. All right.
Yeah, well, and it's in the charm there of the fact that you have to just this, there's enough peripheral magic to this episode to sell the more fun. And she, like when she names him Superman, or like those little things that are just more like nods to the audience and stuff like that. I feel like for as bleak as this episode does get, those moments of levity still ring to the point where you can tell their intent, but I do think that objectively speaking you do at least need to acknowledge it, because it's something in the tone where it doesn't dismantle the emotionality of the episode or what it's trying to achieve to me, because it's not really the point, that stuff. But I can't deny, like, especially if Lois's character is built on being shrewd and observant and discerning.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be her job to be able to see through a disguise like that.
But I love the office romance that develops between them.
Mm-hmm.
It pulls you back into this moment where we've already watched so many episodes, and then even if you didn't start with these portrayals of them, and you start like from this show, but you start with them on the other DC shows, you've seen so much of them together at this point. And yet to go back to that moment, like especially when he's like, I don't really want to work with anyone else. I'm okay working with you.
Yeah, I don't need my own beat.
I loved it, and I was so endeared to it. And it puts you in the moment, because the writing is so good and the performances are so good, and there's still some. It almost did like the Superman Origins that in like a 20-minute version.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it was.
Absolutely.
And I think, though, what helps it, especially is as this episode is unveiling through the revelation that Morgan Edge has infiltrated his mind. He's visiting all the things that he holds most dear, all his like most blissful memories and family, and why that's all important to him. Then the stuff that I was kind of questioning in the beginning of, because at first I was going, why are we watching this? But then as it went, I was like, okay, I get why we're watching it. And then I really loved it when you go to Morgan Edge at the end, where you see him as a kid and he starts up his Fortress of Solitude up in the desert. You're like, man, this guy just had the dark version of everything this guy went through.
Exactly engineered to be the polar opposite. Yes. Yeah, and that made for a really nice bookend to the episode too, to come back to them both as youths and to pay off the device of getting able to revisit so many beautiful moments, but as also a fact-finding mission for Morgan Edge. And just seeing the contrast, and I love that they still continue to play him just as the product of his father's upbringing and his greeting on Earth and all of those things. Like even though we are seeing a deep dive into Superman's history and we've only gotten a little bit of details spread out about Morgan Edge's history, I think they've done a really nice job making them a yin and yang that way. And also too, I mean, like, even though he's not like fully there, it seems like a pretty big blow to like lose Jor-El and lose, I mean, I'm sure the fortress itself is salvageable, but I don't know. I mean, nobody ever truly dies, but it makes me wonder, like, is Superman now just going to be without his, one place to retreat to, or at least his, guidance when all other options are exhausted,
Well, he was still partially raised by, it's easy for us as the audience to go, your hologram. But it's still like a spirit. It's almost as if like AI come to life in a way. You still got the spirit and the mind. You got the mind and the soul put into this program, essentially. Yeah. So he was raised there at the Fortress of Solitude, and you get to feel that and live in it. So that way, the heartbreak is even more felt. Like it's not just a source of information of where he's gone to. Like this, he had two dads. Mm-hmm. He not just a biological dad and an adoptive dad. He really had the feeling of having two fathers, and. Yeah, to have that moment there at the end was heartbreaking. I was a little bit confused how Morgan Edge got there. Did you just track him?
That's what he said. Yeah, it's like because you were weak upon dealing with the Eradicator in the last episode. Yeah, I followed you here and I took advantage of your being juiced out and needing to recharge. But
did he follow him there? I thought didn't the last episode end where he goes, "Not all hope is lost," and he's looking upon where his Fortress of Solitude is, but you see Clark retreat to his. So I don't know. Either way, he tracked him down, found him, and did stuff.
Either way, he decided to go there.
We're getting all technical about it. Because I like the way the origin worked here, even though it was like going through it quickly, because of the fact that it's when you learn that it's in a dream, and that turns into a living nightmare eventually. Was very effective. And then going to Morgan Edge, what I especially loved about his portrayal, because, take even Man of Steel with, which is a movie I love, but take Man of Steel with General Zod and Kal-El. It's like brother, but it's kind of just seems like a thing they're saying because
ceremonial more than anything.
They're Kryptonians.
Yeah. It's a formality.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, we're part of the same race, so we need each other. This really showcased Morgan Edge's insane desperation for connection.
And his like real commitment and belief in this, that he is on the right track and that he needs Clark and that Clark has abandoned them and everything.
Yeah, because it's more than just a plan that he was sent here for. He wants love. He
wants his family back.
Morgan Edge he's a baby. I'm forgetting his actual Kryptonian name at the moment. I'm sorry, guys. Do you know it right now? I'm forgetting it offhand.
Something or other. Zartel Marhel. Harto Marel.
I'm forgetting it at the moment. Like when you go to Morgan Edge, what were we talking? Oh yeah, with his father right there. You just in the first few sentences of his father talking, you're like, oh okay, I get this guy. You're like one of those assholes in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Who's just going to abuse your kid into being a worse version of you. Congratulations.
Yeah, training to be like jelly.
You don't need anyone.
Well, his father points out right away how, that's your weakness, man. You want freaking family.
You want companionship. You should be alone and you should have pain.
Damn it. Brr. Let's train you to be an evil dog in this fight. And so it is actually... it would have been effective even if you didn't have any of those flashbacks and stuff. Mm-hmm. It would have been effective, but for the story they had to tell for this episode, for that moment to really hit where he has to go make the hard decision of I have to succumb and bend the knee to Morgan Edge, it hits that much harder because you spent so much time in the origins of the love. Mm-hmm. And now you have to see the loss and the sacrifice and just, it's like, we know how much this all means to him, but I thought it was a clever device to really put the audience in the position of feeling this ripped away from you.
Yeah.
And experiencing the beginnings of it makes it that much of more of an impact. So yeah, kudos to this episode because this shit is so bleak and so dark. And I was just, because of my love for the show, it felt like I was in a nightmare.
Yeah, well, and they build that motif really well, because at first when he's taking down the guy with the metal mask and the flamethrower in the street, and there's that
Tyler
one
Durden.
figure, and it's like it's enough that you're like, well, that's something. But at least for me, my experience watching it, I'd forgotten about it when they get into the delivery room, and then all of a sudden time starts to glitch and it becomes very clear something's wrong. And that at first when that happened, I was like, did the episode glitch or something? Did it like jump forward? Like, it was a truly jarring moment that came for me really out of nowhere, and I thought they built that, like I said, nicely over the episode and paid it off well, to the point where it's like you do feel this wonderful dream become such a sour nightmare. And it's funny because it's the second comic based show I have watched this week to use this motif of, we're going to start out in a flashback and we're going to carry that sort of forward through time, and then in the last quarter of the episode we're going to be right back in the immediate stakes we left off in last time. And you can't use that all the time, but I think it is really effective when put in the right place, and I think this is the right place too, because we're 10 episodes in and it's a show where it's like we already know the origin, so it feels like they really thought of when is the most effective and the most character relevant time to bring that back in, and to kind of offset, like, the end of the last episode is so intense and it's this big action moment, and then you start this one off in a totally different place for a long time, and you go to the complete opposite end of the emotional spectrum, and you remind yourself sort of halfway through or 2/3 of the way through the season of just what the stakes are and how hard this all is. And it's one of those things where you feel their bargain of, like, we're going to start a family, we could do this, but also it's that bargain of, like, when you have the prospect in your hand of, like, we're pregnant, we didn't know this is possible, well, we'll make it work. And then down the line you see, well, we'll make it work sometimes is not actually all that viable, or is much messier than just, we'll make it work. And right now, I mean, I can't imagine that Lois or Jonathan or Jordan are going to die, but, it certainly feels like a legitimate, palpable tension for them. And her going to call John Irons at the end of the episode, like, that was one of those things too, where I was like, okay, like, you're not dramatically wasting any time. It's a harsh moment, but it's also like, I guess, like, Lois, being the shrewd operator that she is, has to know that, well, at this point, the writing's on the wall. And it's great because it's like we've had this whole time to go, he's not going to defect from his Earth family to the Kryptonian family unless there's some kind of leverage brought into place like they do here. So I thought, it was really nicely done from a dramatic perspective in justifying all those warm tones and then crushing them as well.
Yeah.
It was really, like, beautifully done.
Yeah, it was, man, that was a harrowing one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a feeling you like, you don't leave this feeling good, but I admire the craft.
Yeah,
I do.
Some really solid writing.
Yeah,
like, and it's nice in an episode like this to have the little nitpicks, like, the glasses thing, like, that's not what it's about. When I feel like all the stuff that it is about, really does fire on all cylinders.
Oh yeah. Well, even in those flashbacks, like that shot when Perry White's like, "This isn't a track," and then you just see Superman flying out the window. I'm like, what a great
shot.
What an amazing shot.
Uh-huh.
They could have done that in freaking the 2000s Superman Returns. Like that shot easily. They could have done
absolutely.
That. I'm like, wow, no one ever thought of that shot.
It's wonderful.
I've never thought of that moment.
Leave frame and then
damn.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too, is they're really good at capturing Superman on this show, and like even the running thing at the beginning and transitioning, not only smoothly warping from young Clark into adult Clark, but just that, like the way they've been able to realize his powers and also make things that might have been clowned on before seem like real handy and cool. Like this show makes Ice Breath look so much cooler than I've ever seen it before.
Well, every punch has that like sonic boom.
Yeah, that too.
Vibrational energy.
Yeah, there's always like a camera emphasis with every punch physically on screen. Well,
no, when Morgan Edge and Kal-El are fighting, like literally when he punches Clark, there's a boom.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. The actual like sonic wave.
Yes, the sonic boom wave.
I don't know. I'm not trying to like clarify. I'm just like, yes, okay. So not a camera motion, but a visual effect. Also that too. Yes.
Yeah, I loved it, man. It's because I do admire the craft a lot of. It's kind of like this, you know. Some people are like, "We don't need to see Batman's origin again. Come on, we don't need to see his parents get killed again. Come on." You know, people feel that way, and for me, that's how I started off with this. We don't need to see Batman's origin again, and then they managed to hook me into it in a way that felt fresh.
Yeah,
that's why, and that's basically my encompassing thought on it. Is I wasn't super down to really live in this, and while I was enjoying it, I'm like, come on, let's get back to the interesting, crazy plot that's going on right now. It kept reeling me in till it just freaking just grabbed my heart and cuddled me. It's right to their honeymooning kids, and then destroyed me.
Just
like,
shoved you down a flight of stairs after that.
Damn, that is effective. It is effective. So.
Yeah. And it's hateable too, and I love that Morgan Edge has become so much better of a character than I would have thought at the outset.
Well, I like it more because Morgan Edge is what Morgan Edge felt like was this cliche American businessman shark.
He felt like,
and I was like, we're gonna do like political commentary that I've probably seen 1,000 times by this point.
Like we're gonna do another supernatural Dick Roman.
Yes, or freaking Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, Max Lord.
We're gonna do that again, and we didn't. And then I respect it because I'm like, well, okay, it makes sense why that personality feels so like typical and predictable and cliche because that's the persona.
Yeah.
So it's okay that doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
Because when you get to know the real him, you're like, damn, you're pitiful. Like,
yeah. And yet I see how you chose this track in life somehow. Yeah. They harmonize well.
Like he really views himself as family to them.
Yeah.
And that's what's so effective about his performance. That's the unnerving part when he's like, Uncle Morgan's here or something.
Yeah.
Because you're like, he really does.
He really is their
you
half
really
uncle.
do think of yourself as their uncle, don't you?
Yeah, in a twisted way, he's a family guy.
He is. That's all he wants.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he's got this desperate need for connection and acceptance, man. And I admire it. Just when I thought like we were walking into an episode that I might not be super into at the outset,
a wheel spinner,
I was like, wow, this really got me. And Gregory Smith is a hell of a director. He directed. I fell off The Flash around like season 5, but he's directed a few episodes of these DC shows. And he directed one of my favorite Flash episodes. It's the one where like a bomb goes off, and then like basically he gets Flash stays in the Speed Force for the whole episode because he has to figure out how to save people, like how to prevent this situation from the bomb going, because it's a nuclear bomb. So this bomb is just slowly exploding. It's slowly, and he's like pulling different people, and he's trying to do like the math, and it's like super intense and wildly executed with some experimental shots. I think it is one of the fan favorites, and it's a freaking like, even if you haven't seen The Flash, I would be like, just watch this one episode. You gotta watch this one episode. Right. The craft on this episode is phenomenal, and if you guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, like just him being here, I'm like, yeah, man, I forget you're like a really good director. You know Gregory Smith?
Yeah, from Small Soldiers in Seventh Heaven.
Yes.
Who's gone on?
Not as Seventh Heaven.
No, wasn't he on a TV show?
He's on Everwood.
There you go.
46 cast members on Seventh Heaven, and you thought Gregory Smith was one of them?
did. He had that 90s
he looks like
guy look.
He looks like a guy who would be on Seventh Heaven.
Yeah. He looks like half the cast. Half the cast of every show on at that primetime slot in those handful of years.
All right, guys. Well, what did you think about this episode? Did you enjoy it quite as much as us? Leave your thoughts down below. Wow, that really left me with a hollow feeling. Subscribe, click that bell to watch us get more hollow. Hit the like button, and we'll catch you guys soon.